my biggest issue I would find is my confidence. So for me to just be able to say to someone, it's a really silly question, but what do I do? And everyone's so lovely with it. No one looks at you funny and think, you should know that, which is what I've had in some of my previous jobs where you've been there so long and you just think, I'm having a complete mind fuzz. What is this? But everyone's so lovely here. It's so strange, but it's lovely. Definitely with working here, it's definitely a whole different challenge, and it's one that I really enjoy, and I don't think I would go back to working my fee again.
So far there's some set days, set rotas, but they're great if you need to take, say, an earlier lunch or you can finish later. They're always willing to put in the hours as long as we are. So again, weekends will come with this role, I'm aware of that, and they seem to be great with working around your life balance as well.
I've been here 10 years. I left college to come here for a short period of time, to be honest. I was going to go to university to study graphics design. I went through to the sales training environment, was trained for 6-7 months, went onto the quotes floor, and then I hit the ground running. The bonus targets were really good, which then put me in a position where I didn't actually want to go to uni and progress further with my degree. So I ended up staying at Flux, just carried on for 10 years.
Lots of young people, some old people as well, not old people, but you know what I mean, like mid-20s, 30s compared to me anyway. Yeah, no, it's a good mixture of people, team's great, good bit of banter in the office. Just a good balance really, good balance of work and not so serious as you would think it would be, because it isn't. It's good crack.
I was working every weekend, it was quite hard to get a weekend off, so obviously a bit nicer to have a weekend at home doing something that you enjoy.
I've been working here for 4 months, I've just come out of training. Before I came here, I was working at Asda during lockdown. Before that, I've worked in numerous sort of pubs doing waitressing and bar staff. Briefly worked at a hospital just as a nursing assistant. I've done a few different things. I heard about Flux through a friend, and actually my dad referred me to them a few years ago, but I didn't think anything of it. I then saw them advertising on Facebook, and that's why I applied. I got the job. I really do enjoy it. Something very different. I wanted something that was more mentally stimulating rather than physically exhausting. So it's definitely done that for me. I enjoyed the social aspect of it, talking to customers.
The first 3 years, I was just a normal sales quotes clerk, and then for 6 months after that, I then went into training and was a trainer myself to train the new recruits. After training, I got reviewed, and they actually then put me on the floor as a quotes consultant. So for the next 3 years after that, I was helping other people on the floor, showing my knowledge and wealth on the niche floor with all the business. And then the third year, the final 3 years now, I've been promoted to a underwriting supervisor, and then the last 6 months I've been a call flow manager, managing the inbound and outbound calls throughout the call centre.
I think the structure that they've built here is actually very positive as well. It's got a very positive outlook for everybody as well, because on my course there's a lot of people from different walks of life that have got different styles of jobs. So I've got people from retail, people worked in supermarkets and things like that. There's quite a few hospitality as well, so there's people who worked in pubs and restaurant bars and things like that are on the same sort of path as me. That's the one thing I think I've got re-transferred from being a chef, is I try to pick everything apart, and from basic ingredients basically as such. I love that environment to learn, where you get everything thrown at you and you can sort of pick apart every sort of, we class it as sort of agents as such, like the niche and goals and everything, and they're really interesting. And yeah, I think that's one of the best perks of the job, is that you're never going to stop learning, because you can, if there's the opportunity to move on to other departments and things like that, it's the same as the chefing industry. It's like learning different cuisines and things. You can definitely adapt as you grow.
Main benefits here, it's really laid back. You can pretty much speak to anybody. Progression wise, you can do it really well. If you keep your head down, you stick to it. That's pretty much what everybody's looking for, is to sort of build that hierarchy and get higher up. And you definitely do see progression here a lot throughout other different people's, from your standard clerks to managers to underwriting managers. So it is really, progression is really there. So that's really what made me want to come back, is sort of, I saw myself able to exceed in it, because it's something that I was fond of and I could potentially see myself doing much better in, so I was more than happy to come back and try it again.
Being able to plan stuff and know what I'm going to be doing when I've got time off, I can plan things to do Whereas before, obviously, it was quite tricky to have a sort of social life, I would say.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's a big daunting thing to do in your life with a massive career change for anybody, let alone me. Go at it, give it a try, well worth to go forward for it, definitely. There's so many people I think nowadays that they are just holding on to, oh, I'm a bit too worried about moving on because, you know, I've been here, I've done this for 10 years, 15 years, and I know people that have done the industry for a very long time. Don't be scared. Do not be scared. You know, take that opportunity while it's there. Definitely, I think it's well worthwhile.